going on, guys? Devil Dog here, working on the K301 Kohler. Rebuilt the carburetor. Get down here where you can see it. There ain't a gap in it right now, but I got my points lashed at about 20. Gonna hot wire this thing. Here's a positive off the coil. I just got jumper cables from the car, ground it to your motor, just ground. I got a positive here. I want to hit it on the start side of the starter generator. Okay. And you also want another lead that comes from your positive on your coil wire. And I just clamped it onto the positive on the jumper cables. Now I've had this thing started a while ago, so it's warmed up, and I got the choke open. So let's see what happens. Oh yeah, let me move this damn ignition wire out of the way because I don't want it to burn. Alright, let me rig you up and then I'll jump it. Bear with me. Trying to find something to hold you up. Get this out of the way. I think you can see me. Alright, here we go. Now I'm just going to hold, I ain't got no spring on this thing, so I'm just going to hold the throttle open. Fire's right up. Got to tune on the carburetor just a little bit. Let me get this thing out of idle. That'll work. As you can see, running smooth. It ain't smoking. It ain't started in, I think a woman said 4 to 5 years ago. Been sitting in a barn. There's some fire to it too. Kill this thing. You can see the points. I've already got an intermittent spark going on. Let me get the camera down there where you can see it. It's kind of intermittent spark, but I got those new points coming. And to kill it, just take the fire off the coil. Kills it. Fire off the coil. Alright. Bear with me one more time. I gotta turn the old lady's car off. So you can hear me. But yeah, awesome day. Like I said, it's been some headache, man. This carburetor give me fits. I was almost debating on just buying a new one, but there ain't nothing to them. This one is the old Walboro. Most of the other colors I've noticed on YouTube have carders on them. This one's a little different. The carders have the airflow mixture screw, goes all the way through it, all the way down the center. And it has a jet on the bottom of this cap. That on the carder is a jet. On this Walboro it's just a threaded screw to hold the bowl on. What I did, air fuel mixtures right here, and I think that's what they call the low idle, or this is your low idle and this is your high idle. But this one, screw it all the way in. Don't screw it in too far, but back it off. I backed it off roughly, I think about 1 1/4 turns is what I backed this one off at. Now this one, I backed it off at about 1 3/4 turns. Turn the choke on. Make sure you got fuel up to here, because what was giving me fits, I didn't pay nothing attention to it last night, but fuel level was down to here, and I'm like, what the hell? So I look in the tank, and I could see gas, but there must be something in this tank. It might be on this petcock or whatever. It's right up in here. I think it's got a filter on it. It might be clogged up or whatever. I'll check that out later. But I wasn't getting fuel. I was getting it in the bowl, but I wasn't getting it in the carburetor. It wasn't going into the engine. So I took the bowl off, and there's a little tab on that float bowl. There's a little bitty tab. I pushed it up to where you could have more gas into the bowl. That was my biggest problem for 2 days. It was just completely level, flat, and it wasn't giving me enough gas in here, because I took the bowl off, and I only had like maybe a 1/4 inch of gas in it, and kind of needed about almost halfway. So I bent that up, float came up, more gas came into it. Gas actually went into the engine, fired right up. It's amazing. But my question here is answered. So it's time to clean this yellow shit off of this motor. I can only imagine how loud this thing's going to be once I put that stack on it. This old shit muffler here has got to go. But we're fired up. We're good to go. Until next video, peace.